intruders caught on camera invading houses. So could something like this happen to you?
Dave Rowe knows all too well how it feels to have his home broken into.
Yeah, and see, that's what the problem was. Because I heard him first. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Because then I start to taste them. I say, and then I start to smell them. So it's like a smell like tastes like other. So I knew something was wrong. I knew something special about it, you know? So
what did you do when you heard the intruder?
I ran upstairs. I had to run. And I had to do what that little girl, what's that little girl in the Holocaust? She had Anne Hathaway, Frank and Beverly. Anne Frank, that's a hiding bitch, ain't it? I had to get up the stairs. So he had so much rhythm. When he was walking up the stairs, he said, doom, doom, doom. Bitch, I started to almost beatbox up in the closet. Oh, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you're too kind. All right, let us meet our panel. He is the founder of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny and the author of From Rage to Responsibility, Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. Reverend. How are you, Reverend? Nice to see you. Well, not to beat a dead horse, but Jesse Jackson, some say, is doing that. Another Reverend Jesse.
Yeah, I know.
He is, he's calling for a day of outrage, I think he called moral outrage, from Martin Luther King Day on January 15th until the inauguration on the 20th. I don't know exactly what he wants us to do, but apparently be morally outraged for those 5 days because what he says is that he calls it a coup d'etat that happened here in America with Florida. Really? Obviously, you've never been in a real coup d'etat.
Bill, what you have to realize about Jesse Jackson is a racist demagogue, and he's built a career on keeping black people down, keeping them angry, brainwashing them to control them for his own personal gain. And they have lost that power now.
Speak your mind, Reverend. No need to sugarcoat it here, sir. Speak up.
Yeah, he's really? Losing ground, and so he's like out of control right
Jesse
now.
Jackson's out for personal gain?
Absolutely. I mean, look at it. For his family, they have a father and a mother. His children have gone to the best of schools. But for the rest of black Americans, he offered them the public school system, governmental program, and that is to keep them down. Why not offer them the same thing he offers his own family?
Well, he can provide. I mean,
You know what, Bill?
He can provide that for his family, but
we're having our second annual National Day of Repudiation of Jesse Jackson on Dr. King's birthday.
It sounds to me like somebody's a little jealous.
Excuse me, my brother. I require a tool to dig a hole in my garden.
Spades?
Motherfucker, are you out of your mind? Spade? Do you realize the racial implication and the complication and the frustration that the word causes? Look in the dictionary, spade, to dig, to destroy, to hurt, to cause pain. Now, when I think of pain, I think of oppression. When I think of oppression, I think of depression. When I think of depression, I think of regression. That takes me back 400 years, to be precise. And that, my brother, is not nice. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head, you dig? You will never understand the position of the black man.
Can I help you?
I would like to buy some wine.
We have plenty of wine.
Specifically, I would like a black wine.
We don't have black wine.
You don't have any black wine?
We have white wines.
You got a problem with the color black?
Well, the producers don't make what's called black wine.
Maybe it's time the producers invented a black wine. I think it's about that time.
Well, then maybe you should approach those producers and tell them to produce that black wine.
I'm too busy out there trying to destroy and crush oppression. All of my time and energy is spent in trying to raise and uplift my nation. My brother. I would like a movie from the 80s with Steve Guttenberg, with some old people who become young again. I believe the movie is called,
Cocoon.
What do you say?
Cocoon, sir.
You call me coon? Who you calling coon? I asked you for a movie, and you are inciting racial hatred? I can't believe the bullshit and the bigotry that I am being confronted with. All I did was come here and try and rent a movie. I don't need this oppression and confrontation, which is causing irritation and frustration. See, this is the kind of thing that is destroying my beautiful black nation. Motherfucker, give me Police Academy.
All right, guys, so check it out. Elon Musk has bought Twitter, and already the left and CNN and mainstream media outlets are losing their mind, saying that free speech, where you can say whatever you want, is a bad thing. Pay attention to who it is that's actually mad that free speech is going to happen, and how long until the White House, now that Twitter could possibly no longer be an ally to them, how long until they start taking actions against private companies? Remember when private companies were allowed to do and say whatever they wanted to do because they were private companies? I wonder how quick that might change when that company allows the American people to speak freely.
Rhonda, Lauren down here from the Herald Sun again. Just another quick one about Angela's question on equality just before. We've got quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you as someone who's so prominent in your sport, and we heard you say on the Ellen show the other day you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on?
I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in. I'm the highest paid fighter, not because Dina and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice for the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers. They do it because I make them the most money. And I think that the money that they make should be proportionate to the money that they bring in.
You're out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out,
it's a matter of size. Hey, man, gay man, pick up the soul. Get on your knees and
No matter what may come my way, my life is in your hands. You don't have to worry, and don't you be afraid. Joy comes in the morning. Troubles, they don't last always. For there's a friend named Jesus who will watch there's no way. And if your heart is broken, just lift your hands and say,
you have to take responsibility here. I've been coming to grips with my own brokenness in this situation, my own failures, my own shortcomings, and I know there needs to be deep-seated structural reform in terms of how the department operates. The systemically racist system needs to be revamped. The police union needs to be put in its place. We need to make sure that everything from the union contract to the way that the arbitration functions to the way that our officers and the culture in the department behaves.
Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. Hey! Fist up, y'all! Fist up! Jacob Fry, we have a yes or no question for you. Yes or no, will you commit to defunding Minneapolis Police Department? What did I say? We don't want no more police. It's that clear. We don't want people with guns toting around in our community, shooting us down. You have an answer? It is a yes or a no. It is a yes or a no. Will you defund the Minneapolis Police Department? All right, be quiet, y'all. Be quiet, because it's important that we actually hear this. It's important that we hear this, because if y'all don't know, he's up for re-election next year. If y'all don't know, he's up for re-election next year. And if he says no, guess what the fuck we gonna do next year? What'd you say?
I do not support the full abolition of the police.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Go, get out of here. Go home, Jacob, go home. Go home, Jacob, go home. Go home, Jacob, go home. Go home, Jacob, go home.
Start with Jermont Terry. He's live in Lincoln Park tonight. Jermont?
Kimberly, one thing for sure, you did not have to be an expert to witness and see what you saw in the sky tonight. This is the sight that lit the sky Tuesday night across Metro Detroit. If you were outside, there was no denying it captivated you.
Much more than captivated, I would say. I was transfixed, enraptured by the dazzling light dancing through the darkened Michigonian sky. I don't know. And as I stared at the shimmering streak of ethereal gleam beam growing ever more close to the neighborhood down below, I couldn't help but ponder. If it were to hit my house, maybe it would kill my stepdad, and I'd be a much happier person overall.
This video clearly shows the sky glowing, but if you look at the hood of the car, you can see that racing light, possibly two. There's no doubt what people witnessed left them convinced something was falling or racing through the atmosphere.
Just a point of light that just lit up everything and then disappeared.
And while the flash of light was mesmerizing, what people heard soon after the glow left them puzzled.
A giant boom rattled the entire city and shook my busty anime figure collection heartily on its shelf. I don't know. And I, too, was shook as I thought for but a moment that the end times were nigh, that the era of fire and brimstone had finally come to engulf this ever-decaying maggot pile of a wretched planet. But no sooner did Lukoa, Miko, and Isuzu Sento settle back into their voluptuous place did I realize that if in fact the end times were coming, then nary should I fear. Because if the end times are coming, they're also coming for my stepdad, and I've wanted him dead for some time now. So. And now, if I die, he dies, and I'm fine with that. because he's a real piece of shit.
As experts work to confirm exactly what this was in the sky, those who witnessed it have come to a conclusion.
My mom should have never married my stepdad. He brings out all the worst attributes in her. Huh? But when he's gone, she's my mom again, and we're just vibing, and we're playing Catan, and then the second he shows up, she is gone. She is gone, and there's no trip through the wardrobe that can bring her back. Huh? I learned a long time ago, Narnia isn't real. I can pray to Howie Mandel from Little Monsters, please come and take my stepdad away, but Howie never shows up. Jareth never shows up. The only one that ever shows up is you, Jack. And I hope another damn meteor comes and hits you right in the fucking face. Can you hear me in there, Jack? I hope it hits you in the face while you're eating another one of your greasy Italian subs, huh? How many greasy Italian subs can you eat? At this point, you're more salami than man!
Again, the experts saying they believe it was a bolide, some type of space debris, but most definitely didn't have to be in Lincoln Park.
Parental rights and education, what critics call the Don't Say Gay bill, is on the Senate floor.
Does it say that in the bill?
Know that you support.
Does it say that in the bill?
I'm
asking you to tell me what's in the bill, because you are pushing false narratives. It doesn't matter what critics say.
Hold on, it says it bans classroom instruction on sexual identity and gender orientation.
For who?
For
grades pre-K through 3. So 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. And the idea that you wouldn't be honest about that and tell people what it actually says, it's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. And so we disabuse you of those narratives. And we're going to make sure that parents are able to send their kid to kindergarten without having some of this stuff injected into their school curriculum.
Hi, can I get an escort from the McIntyre Library to my car, because I'm feeling really unsafe right now?
Why do you say that?
There's a bunch of Trump people, and I just walked by, and it's not very safe right now. Yeah.
What do you mean not very safe? We don't have any officers available to... Did somebody make threats to you, or...?
I mean, I feel like my physical threat is like, physical safety is at like a threat. I don't feel comfortable walking over there because I feel like they might jump me or something like that. I don't know. I just need someone to walk me to my car.
I'm sorry, we don't have the personnel to do that right now.
Okay, all right, then what should I do then?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I'm walking to my car. I was just protesting the Trump rally, and I'm trying to walk to my car, but I don't think it's safe for me to do so because they know what I look like. I just walked by.
Okay, well, like I said, everybody else is busy with the rally there, so we're not able to do something like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I don't know what else to tell you, ma'am. I'd have 2 or 3 people walk with you maybe or something. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Hello?
All right. I'll just see if I survive this. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night. What the was that? I recorded that entire fucking thing.
Are we going to acknowledge the irony of a self-described socialist having the kind of swag that you can only achieve through capitalist means?
He also says, you know, hey, just tax the hell out of me.
I asked Hassan what he wanted. He basically said a ballin'-ass PC. So we didn't hold back. That's a Ryzen 9 5950X 16-core processor. That's right. If he was dumb enough to use his CPU for encoding rather than his GPU, he would have all the cores that he needs for it. And for our RAM, we naturally went with some Crucial Ballistics Red. You're gonna take apart your CPU cooler before you try and mount it to the board. What would you call a movie about the movement to occupy a dead socialist's house?
I don't know.
Weekend at Bernie's. That's terrible, I know.
What happens when you don't use fans in a socialist computer? It gets Bernie.
Oh my God.
I am so proud.
Let's keep moving here. Let's get through this. Look, you want the highest quality? You need capitalism. If we're all getting paid the same, why would we care if we do a good job? I'm sorry, Colin, what exactly was left wing about our power supply here?
It's Thor and...
Thor has both a hammer and an axe.
Yeah, yeah.
I like a sickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our final hardware mod?
Well, you gotta make it lean left. I mean, have you seen the guy's streams? You need to go pretty far.
Okay, we're going far left here. It's the left-leaning PC, get it? All right, let's get it fired up. We got some software mods. Eat the rich, all lowercase?
All lowercase.
Am I rich enough to eat me? Does this happen every time you boot it up?
Technically, yes, but it runs for 90 seconds.
90 seconds?
Well, you gotta get the whole song in.
And I guess it couldn't have had any more resolution. This was deemed to be sufficient resolution.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted more resolution, you need capitalism to breed innovation.
Absolutely.
So, oh my God, are we really gonna sit through this whole thing? I borked it. Oh my God, am I gonna? This is already horrible to use.
Okay, so to do this correctly...
Let's not tell him how to do it.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna cut this from the video.
Oh my God, this wallpaper though. Oh my God, am I gonna? This is already horrible to use.
Wait, how do I fix that? I don't know how to fix that. I have no idea how to fix that. Do I just like re-download Windows or something? Like, I'm so cooked. You don't? It has to play through for 90 seconds?
No. We're gonna cut this from the video.
Oh my God, this wallpaper though. Apparently there's a nice little treat for me bound to the keyboard, so let's fire up a browser. Oh, what's the thing that I should...
LinusMediaGroup.com.
Oh, very funny. Every time you type A, it types AOC.
I almost forgot. When this PC boots, it automatically donates a moderate amount of its power.
Okay, so as long as Hasanabi has no idea how to disable that, he will be donating some of the CPU cycles that otherwise he would have been able to keep for himself. That's the right thing to do, right? Wow, Colin, that's not really moderate CPU use, is it? This thing is trucking 95% CPU usage. There's a joke in the script about feeling the burn. Because Bernie, I love this. His CPU is gonna be pinned at 100% all the time, unless he watches the video and knows what we did. But it's the right thing to do anyway.
Yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a
smash.